Trust me, this bike didn't run this weight when we bought it. Join us for our new series on DonkeyWorks Garage, Project R1 Resurrection. We release all the drama and the problems we ran into to get this bike where it is now. Hey guys, we're back. We're headed to pick up a project that Zach, he brought me up to speed on, and I think we're gonna make a great purchase. So come along with the ride. We're gonna make it happen. We got G, and we got Boma back there, and the brand new truck. Here we go. We'll see you in a bit. Well, we're getting close, aren't we? Everybody?
Yeah.
Pretty close. Yay.
A few minutes out.
A few minutes out. We got the U-Haul trailer behind us. You can't see it because this truck is too freaking big. Zach's already went and looked at it. Looks like it has a knock in the bottom end or the top end. We're not sure, so we're going to go ahead and do it. The price is right, and it's well worth repairing. I did not know what to expect, but man, when we pulled up, I was pleasantly surprised.
I really wish I could afford just to slap that motor in, but you know, seasons of life, man. I'll get another one, right?
I saw it, literally fell in love with it, and had to be careful what I said because I was on the verge of going, just do it. We decided at that point in time, Zach and I guess gave us a look. We all kind of went around and said, we know exactly what we need to do, and we did. I mean,
The look on your face was like, wait, you didn't bring this home last night?
Why didn't you bring it home last night?
I don't know.
Trailer, trying to get this thing up and running, hopefully be able to ride it by that night, right?
So, it has a little bit of a ticking noise when we turn it on.
I would call it a knock. So before we start it up, basically we've narrowed it down. We have done some cheating on you of checking this side of the engine because the knock is coming from this area, which kind of leads us to believe that we have maybe a chain tensioner problem, but we'll fire it up and let you listen. So our plan is we're going to take apart this area right here where the chain tensioner is and see, because the chain tensioner is actually way up in here, but we're going to see if the chain itself is slapping. What it sounds like is it's slapping really bad on one side of the crankcase.
Which means that there's too much slack in the chain.
Exactly.
Either, they'd probably just replace the chain tensioner.
Right, or if it's a bad chain, we take the engine out and we take it apart and do it from there. But for the price that this old man paid for it, it's a deal and a half. So we're very happy. So we're gonna start taking this apart. We'll see what's gonna happen. Okay, so we've taken this apart. Could still hear the noise pretty loud, but what we've determined is it's either gonna be the chain tensioner, which is way up inside this frame. It does not sound like a rod knock. It doesn't sound like something catastrophic because the engine runs way too good. We really didn't want to pull that engine, right?
Not at all.
Yeah, I mean, for anybody that's worked on these bikes before, pulling an engine is not super hard, but man, it is cumbersome.
Well, and especially on these types of bikes where the frame goes around the engine and it's very tight in there.
Yes, and we've done it before, and it was not something we want to try to go for this time. So the idea was, what we found out is that there's the timing chain tensioner, which is down here behind the frame. And from what we've read and what we've experienced, it seems like that's probably going to be an issue. We're trying to keep from having to pull this engine. What we've done now is we've loosened all the little rubber grommets that hold this the intake in place, and we're trying to get it out right now. There it is. So in the back here, there are 4 grommets. That is your intake, and they have little Allen screws on either side right here.
And they are a pain.
They are a pain in the butt to get to, and we had to use this little special tool right here. To be able to get in there. This is a little carburetor adjuster that I bought for a Quadrajet a long time ago. I'm able to get in there and loosen up enough. But this is going to give us a lot more access, and we can see what's going on, whether we have to pull the head out or valve cover right here on the top. But now we can get to cam chain tensioner, yes. So we're gonna try to pull that out. We gotta get this thing on top dead center first to be able to make that happen, because that's what it says in all the manuals, is that when to pull this out, you need to make sure that it's sitting at top dead center. I've already got this one screw loose, but we need to get this other one loose now. That tensioner really seemed like it was going to be our best solution. So we'll go after the chain tensioner.
The tensioner down deep inside there.
Still, yeah, it was deep inside there. Man, what a whip! It's a tight little space.
Yeah.
Okay, so we pulled out the tensioner and we took off. This is a little back bolt that goes on here, and there is an adjustment on the inside. This thing's not moving at all. I can't press it with, you know, any force whatsoever, so I don't know if it's one part broken, but we can obviously see that the chain now is loose.
There's a good chance that that's our problem right there.
Because the noise is coming from this area, which is where that cam, up a little higher actually, right here where the tensioner goes.
Exactly where that goes.
Which means it could be, because that sounds like the noise.
Yeah.
All right, you see here we've taken the intake off and we got rid of the tensioner, and then you always want to put some paper towels down inside your cylinder, so make sure you don't drop any screws or something like that. We pulled the spark plugs out, and Zach over here is trying to get we're about ready to drain all the fluid out so we can remove these two hoses on top. That's the main ones. We're to get those out so we can remove the valve cover itself.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pull the coolant out. This is our draining line right here. Here we go, we're gonna go ahead.
You see here we had to take out the entire radiator to be able to get to the valve cover. He's getting all these out so we can actually inspect the timing chain top and make sure that it's okay, and if it's super loose, or you know, we see a lot of wear or problems with the cam, we know that we have to take it the next step. We're just trying to keep from taking this stupid engine out of this bike. I really don't see any wear in here, Zach.
No, actually these look really good.
So everything was working out fine, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, we were getting pretty deep into it at this point.
That's true. That was. God, it looked everything was fine on top. I wanted to turn the engine over just to make sure that wasn't something that we weren't seeing.
Yeah, just so we could avoid pulling the engine out.
That's where the mistake happened. Oh, it's
what?
Whenever you turn it, the chain goes.
Way to go, bud.
We're done. This has to come out, and we have to completely redo the timing chain. Turn the camera off, please.